Okay, welcome in everyone. Today I am being called by Spirit to talk to you about perception. Perception. It's so important, right? Because here's the message. We're going to get cards and everything out, but here's the message. Is that there are things that you are trying to manifest, create, bring into your life. There are things that you want to experience that are actually already in your life. They're already available to you. But it is because of your perception that you're not experiencing them, you're not seeing them, you're not bringing them fully forward. So it's that idea that if we don't observe something, it's not there. This is going to be a deep message. You know, it'll resonate with who it's meant for. But, yeah, if you don't observe it, it's not there. And Spirit is also bringing through that message again about something being behind the clouds or behind the fog. It doesn't mean that it doesn't exist. If you know that a building is there, but it's covered in fog, you can't see it at all, but you know that it's there, you know that it exists. And when that fog clears, hence when your mind opens up, you will be able to perceive that building. In this case, representing the thing that you want. Okay. I will go to these next. Let's start off with some tarot today. All right, Spirit. What are some of the things that this collective is wanting, thinking that they need to manifest, that's already in their environment, but they're not perceiving? For the collective. Some of you feel pretty tuned out at this time, pretty distracted, pretty far away from the things that you want. All right, I feel called to clarify these today. But just off the top, some of you are experiencing, heartbreak and frustration in the romantic department, or wanting to get past something that was heartbreaking to you. It could be even the loss of someone, literally, or just out of your life. You want to move past that, but you don't see that that's available. I also heard magical powers. So some of you really wish that you could tap into these psychic abilities that people say everyone has, right? You might have been seeing videos come up that says, oh, everyone has the ability to do this. Everyone could hear spirit. Everyone could manifest this way. Everyone could just know things and, control water, like all different kinds of things. Saying that humans have more ability basically than what they're tapping into, and you're feeling like it's not available to you, with the High Priestess card being there. And then the Three of Pentacles, for some of you, this is about a job specifically, like a job that you feel like you want to manifest, or changes within your career, your work life. And also material possessions just in general. Like I heard some of you want a better house, or you're trying to manifest a specific article of clothing, like they're showing me a pair of shoes or something like that. Yeah, so you feel like nothing would make you happier than to be in tune with the highest version of yourself. That makes sense. That makes sense. Page of Pentacles in the reverse. Scared to look back in that direction, scared to experience connection and love again, whether it be romantic or platonic, because of the things that you've been through. But so what's already available to you, right? This is what's already available to you that you're not seeing, and we'll get some advice on how to help you move through that. Okay, so you're disappointed about the material things that you have not manifested into your life, whether it be shoes, a house, just money, electronics, or a new career path. Okay. That's this section. This section right here is the heartbreak, the turmoil, friendship where there was a betrayal, letdowns with people in your life, whether it be family or romantic partners, and afraid to try again. But this is already available in your life, the healing. is already available in your life, but you're not perceiving it. And then the access to your higher self. So that could be messages from your higher self, being able to get better information if you're someone who wants to do your own readings. You know, take all of this how it applies in your life. But those are the 3 segments. What are the messages for this group of people here? They're working on their perception. They're working on their perception. What are their messages? Jump in. Okay. So to experience this, all of this, but this specifically, like messages from your higher self and tapping into your abilities, your supernatural powers, if you will, right? You have to jump in. What Spirit is saying here is that you have to jump into that portal, to that energetic portal, which is jumping into the belief. And that's with any of it. In order to perceive these beautiful things that you want, you have to jump into belief. You can't sit there and think this out, because your logical mind is going to talk you out of this every time. Your logical mind is going to take you on the longest path. It is not the correct GPS. It is like the GPS turning you the wrong way. It is going to take you on the longest path. But if you jump in and you connect to what you feel and you connect to your spiritual team, then you are going to be shown the quickest path. It won't make any sense. It probably won't be the way that you were thinking. It might feel uncomfortable because your mind is meant to keep you in patterns and to keep you in what's comfortable, what's familiar, because that equates to safe. Spirit is always going to keep you safe, okay? You're being asked to take a chance and give whatever you're questioning a try. The stars will never all align in just the right way. Sometimes you have to take that leap anyway. This is that time. So remember, all of this is available to you absolutely right now, today. But it's when are you going to jump in? The pool is right there. The water's right there. And Spirit is saying, hey, the water is fine. Everything that you want is right here. But you got to jump into the belief. Okay, what's another card and another message for this collective? They're working on the belief. What else can they do to support them in that? Deception. All right, so some of you are waking up at this time. Waking up out of the matrix. Waking up out of the fakeness. Waking up out of the falsehoods. Waking up out of the patterns that your family and the world set in place for you before. Waking up from an old version of yourself. Waking up for a dream and realizing that you have the power to actually create that into your reality right now. So Spirit is saying, don't deceive yourself. Don't fall for the deception that you see on the TV, on the news, on the teachers that are not telling the truth, okay? You're not seeing the entire picture of a person or situation. It may be purposefully withheld from you, or you may be choosing to look the other way or betray yourself in some way. It's time to gain clarity. So with this situation, again, all of these cards apply to all of this, but Spirit is also kind of going in each section here. So especially with this, all right, where someone may have lied to you, betrayed you, hurt you, let you down, disappointed you, cheated on you, broke your heart in some way. They were choosing to be deceptive, but don't deceive yourself now by saying that you have to stay in this energy and that you can't move on. You may be choosing to look the other way. Some of you have chosen to stay in a relationship with a person who has hurt you in some way, and you're choosing to look the other way, but this person is never going to get better, so it's going to continue to be an open wound. That's like a little side note that's coming out here. It's time to gain clarity. This is about looking at this with true eyes. When you look at this through the lens of truth and not, you know how sometimes we tell ourselves little lies to protect ourselves, like making excuses for someone who has hurt you, like, oh, they didn't mean to do that. I'm sure they just did that because they had a bad childhood. And that's fine to be understanding, but don't deceive yourself about what you're worth right now, okay? If this person has things to work through and they're hurting other people emotionally because of that, that's up to them. It's not your job to sit in there in that space. You're not seeing the entire picture of a person or situation. You're not seeing how detrimental you're being to yourself by staying in this situation or holding on to this situation, or if you've already left this situation, by like repeating that story about what happened or trying to figure out. The Page of Pentacles in the reverse here. So you might be trying to figure out, why did someone hurt you? Why did they betray you? Again, going back to like making those excuses for their past and their behavior. And that, again, it's fine to be understanding, but Spirit is wanting you to move forward for yourself and to move out of that energy of understanding and to move into that energy of acceptance of how that person showed up to you, so that you can now show up for yourself and move in the clear direction for you and make room for someone who can show up on your level and who can show up in the truth. So the truth is that you need to move on and move forward. And when you go through that letting go process, that's when you will be able to perceive the healing that's already present for you. All right, and what is the last message from these cards? Speak up. All right, so this was about the quality of life, the material possessions that you're wanting to manifest, or the career moves that you're wanting to manifest. So some of you, it could be as simple as speaking up about skill sets that you have, about talents that you bring to the table, writing a better cover letter for yourself, changing up your resume, applying for something that seems like it's out of your reach, starting a business on your own, speaking up, saying, hey, I have an idea. I could take the lead on this project. Or there's another message here about also just speaking into existence the things that you want, like knowing that you own those new shoes that they were bringing up, seeing yourself walking in them, speaking it, not saying like, oh, I don't have those shoes, I want those shoes so bad, I've been trying to manifest those shoes forever, but saying, oh, I can't wait till my shoes get here, my shoes are about to be here, my shoes have arrived, they feel so good on my feet, I'm so glad I got these shoes, I'm so glad I picked these out, these are so perfect for me. Speaking something into existence, right? Apply it how it resonates for your situation. What are you not saying that's eating you up inside? You can't keep this in forever. It's time to let it out so you can move on and be happy. So again, there's that energy of moving on and being happy, changing up the stories that you're speaking to yourself, whether it's about what you're trying to manifest in materially or with relationships where something has disappointed you in the past. All right, so I'm going to get some angel messages and tie this message up here with a pretty little bow. All right, what's going on with the angel cards here? What does this collective need to hear as they're trying to change their perception so they can see this goodness that's already available in their life? Because the healing from the heartbreak is already there. The ability to connect with your powers is already there, your higher self, and your ability to manifest in your material world, whether it be in career or specific material possessions that you want. It's already there. What's going to help them perceive this? What do they need to know? In the near future. All right, so you're going to be able to take these steps and you're going to start to see these things unfold in your life in the near future. What are their other messages from the angel deck here? Get more information. This is a spirit encouraging you to change that story and to look deeper beyond the stories and excuses that you have been telling to yourself for other people and those protection mechanisms. Get more information. Also, getting more information about the things that you want, because that's going to help it to feel more tangible in your life. Like if you want to manifest a vacation, get more information on that place and how much the plane tickets cost, and start to create a plan for yourself, and Spirit is going to come in and guide that and help it to unfold. Choose a new direction. So you can choose, there's that portal again. You can choose to go in a new direction that feels more favorable to you at this time. I'm going to get 2 more cards to close out the message. What does the collective need to hear right now from the angelic realm? What a powerful realm. They're saying you have more power than you know. Improving health. Yeah, so this is going to improve your mental health as you choose to go in this new direction and let go of those old stories. You're going to feel so excited when you just jump into that energy of belief, believing that what you want is already there. One more card, Spirit. There it is. Remain positive. Okay. This person is holding what looks like a bouquet. So remain positive. Expect good news to be coming in. As soon as you let go of that past energy, that new person can come into your life. Those new opportunities, those new good feelings of just relief and getting out of those same old stories and the questioning and the confusion and jumping into belief that positive things are coming in the direction for your life as you choose this new direction and as you choose to jump into the belief. Okay, I'm going to leave you right there and I will see you in another video. Take care.